Hey, Ed here from 10,000 Foot View, and I've got another Google Ads quick tip for you today. So one of the things that we see a lot of advertisers want to do and have trouble figuring out is setting a maximum bid limit. That's the maximum CPC when using tCPA bidding. And the reason for doing that is to essentially contain the maximum cost per click that you may spend on an individual click. Where this can be helpful is, in particular, if you have campaigns that tend to be lower volume and maybe have a fairly open budget. And what can happen is if Google struggles to buy enough clicks in a given day, they may bid a lot. And you may see like you have a campaign with a budget of like $100 and you're only able to buy like 3 clicks in a day because Google's spending, $33. So setting that maximum limit can just help, spread your budget a little further. So you can buy more clicks, and more clicks equals typically more conversions, right? So it's definitely times when you do want to implement that. But the issue is it can be tough to figure out how to do it for some advertisers. So the first thing is you'll typically go in and you'll create your bidding strategy. And you can see in this particular example, we're using max conversions with tCPA, and we have $100 set. But there's no place to actually set a max bid. And so you're kind of stuck. So what you actually have to do is use portfolio bidding. And even getting there can be a little bit tricky. We click to change it. Now I don't see any options for portfolio, so we got to change it here. And now you'll see down here, it's kind of hidden. So use a portfolio strategy. So we're going to select this. And, again, we still want to be max conversions. We don't have a portfolio strategy set that we want to use yet. In this case, we can create a new one on the fly. And let's go ahead and we'll call this tCPA $100, and we'll say $5 max CPC. And I usually wouldn't use the CPA figure necessarily in the name. It can be useful, but if you change it frequently, then the name no longer makes sense. But depending on how you implement this yourself, you may use a naming convention like that. And then, everything's kind of set here. But again, you'll see there's no feature for max bid. So what we actually have to do is save this. Okay, so we've set the new portfolio bidding strategy, and we have it set to $100, but you'll notice we haven't yet set the max bid limit, and we can't do that from within here. We actually have to go into the bidding strategy. So you'll find that under tools and settings and under bid strategies, and you'll see we have this one here, and it's applied to one campaign. If we open this up and we scroll down to settings, there's advanced options. Okay. And this is where we can set the limit. So here we can set a max bid of $5. You can also do a minimum bid, by the way. I don't really see too many use cases for this, but it is available. And once you've done this and you save it, you're good to go. So that campaign has now been updated, and you should not see any cost per click over $5. So it's a pretty complicated, convoluted thing to figure out on your own. So I hope if you've been trying to do this, this clarifies exactly what the steps are to get the max bid limit set up. And I hope that this will boost your campaign performance. And that's it for today.